to Grimwood Games, where we do a whole bunch of role-playing stuff. Um, I'm still getting used to this. I'm testing out two new sites today, Rumble and um, Moonbeam, so I'm still getting used to them, and looks like chat is going to be a unique way of doing it. So I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that, because it looks like chat, it doesn't, my chat software doesn't work with it. I have to have it multiple locations up. I need to talk to a friend of mine about Rumble chat. How does he get that working? Because that's not working. And doc chat. I don't know. But oh, maybe a pop out chat. Maybe that will work. I'm still, like I said, I'm still trying to figure out all of this nice little handy dandy stuff. We'll see what's going on. That might work. Let me do a quick test in Rumble. Yeah, there we go. Got Rumble working. Okay, so it's just... So the only thing that I have that's not working is Moonbeam. Alright, I can handle that. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to make some towns and some villages and stuff in Plaguebound. I don't have a world map, so we're going to be doing this based on cultures. So Plaguebound, for the people who don't know, is a dark fantasy, urban fantasy, like a dark fantasy world. It uses the Ironbound system, which I created for the Ironbound game, which you can pre-order. Ironbound is basically a urban fantasy role-playing game that uses a D12 system. Plaguebound is the dark fantasy version of that game. So it's basically Plaguebound. There's this world that has been is being consumed by this sentient plague. So that's basically what it is. Let's go over to the other camera, and I'm probably going to have to add my mic over there, so give me a sec. Alright, there's my mic. Alright, so this is, this application is called Scabbard. It's what I use for most of my campaign modules. Scabbard has this nice, this is the newest design on Scabbard. So there are some bugs still in this. Actually, I was told not to actually do this, so let me switch to Classic. I was told not to show that, actually, now that I remember. So we'll switch to Classic, which is fine. Classic works just as good. So we're going to actually go to, I want to show you my races that I have, and we're going to start with one of these races, and we're going to create a city. We have the Unican, sorry, who are basically a Western culture mushroom race. So basically think samurai and that type of thing. We have the humans. We have Jorvik. Jorviks are basically a hunter class that wears its skulls of the enemies on their head to distinguish who they are, who's more powerful, and who rules the land. We have the Craghorns, which are an owl bear like race that is very in tune with nature. They're very, nature and them work together to solve problems. We have the Terrax, who are a lizard folk that live in the mountains. they are lizard folk that actually have feathers. So why not? Dinosaurs could do it. Why can't I? We have the Zabians, who are half amphibious creatures that their cities are half underwater, half above water. They are very Roman in their culture, very war oriented, very stern and strict. But they're also very dwarf like in the fact that they love drinking and have beards. Males have beards, females do not. I should clarify. But they all have tentacles, even the females. And this is all placement art for this book too. This is not permanent art. It's all temp art, just so I can get a concept of what's going on. This is the Z3. Z3 are a imp-like race that are small and short. They are not as strong as your other races. So they have a detriment to their health die. Yeah, so that's the Z3. So I'm wondering who I should create who I'm going to go ahead and try to play today. I think which city we're going to work on to start. I'm thinking about doing let's do a Norkin. I'm still learning how to say these names. They're a mixture of languages put together to make their names. We're gonna do an Enokin. Right, city. So we'll go to places. We're gonna create a new place. It's going to be Enokin underground city. Let's see. Place category. It's going to be a city. Oh, this is nice. I haven't. What should we name it? I need Japanese type. Japanese, Asian. Not Asian. Western names. Name generator. Maybe we can get a name generator here and see what it comes up with. Generate names. Marsu? I like that. Marsusan. And I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but I kind of like that name. So we'll save that real quick just so it creates the city. Alright. This is the city editor in City Builder. So I'm thinking this is going to be one of the larger cities. So we're going to do a nice large city for this. So let's do a couple districts. We're going to create a city district. It's going to be a central hub at central market hub in the entrance of the city. Let's see what it comes for generation of names. Amberstone Ward. I like Amberstone. Let's what would Amberstone be in Japanese? That's a very good question. Google Translate. Japanese, English to Japanese or Japanese to English. We'll do that. English to Japanese. Amber stone. Norak. Nokorabai. Alright. Nokorabai. We'll do that. Nokorabai. We'll create that. That's going to be the market district of Marsaro. And that is horrible. I didn't realize she was going to do laundry right now. Hold on one, folks. Give me a sec. Alright, this should be a little bit better. Let me know if it's not. If not, I might have to stop streaming for a little bit. Um, but going back to the whole thing. Alright, so we have the first market district, Nikarabai. Nikarabai is going to be a district just after the large entrance to the city. So district of the city. It's going to be a place where people can get most anything they need as long as the price is right. Let's see here. What else are we going to do? That being said, let's see. It's going to have, let's say which shops. It's going to have a black market. Let's call it something else though. Let's do Kasu Market. A small black market organization that allows for access to illegal overworld illegal items. They carry most everything that the overworld does not want you to have. Let's do, they're going to have a food stall. Let's call it gonna be mushroom soup being delivered there. So let's call it soup soup Torsi. Soup Torsi. A small cafe on the edge of the market which serves a world-class mushroom soup. Now, one thing about the Unakai that I didn't mention is they actually do eat the mushrooms off their body to heal. So mushrooms are a source of food for them as much as they are mushrooms. I want the world. Let's save this for the time being. I want the city to be a underground mushroom city that opens up to a large cave which has housing made from mushroom stems caps. So they're not living. The mushrooms are not living mushrooms, but are treated like trees from up above. So basically, I'm thinking these things are like using the stems of the mushrooms and creating log cabins, and then using the cap of the mushroom as its roof. Log cabin like buildings using giant mushroom caps as the roof of the buildings. The gate, we'll call it Fungi Gate, is a large gate at the entrance of the cave that allows for the Incan to close off the city to the upper overworld. Yeah. So now if I scan that, it can automatically allow me to create the Fungi Gate, which is a large gate to prevent entrance into Masura. It is going to be a place. It's going to be a sub-region of Masura. And then we don't need that, and we don't need underground mushrooms as caps. So, alright. So now, we have the Fungi Gate. And then we have the Norikai. Let's scan this real quick, which will get the Tasu Market. A black market of Masura. This is going to be a place. It's going to be a sub-region of Nakarabai. Mushroom soup is going to be an item. it's going to be the location of Nargabai. And then the soup is going to be a place that is going to be the sub-region of Nargabai. Alright, so what this allows me to do... Hey! Sage, how you doing? So what this allows me to do is it now brings this out to cities. So now I can go to Nargabai and I have Soup Torosai, and Tasu Market, and then I have Fungi Gate. So that allows me to do a lot. So now we're going to go into Soup Torosai, and we're going to say owner and menu. So the owner is, let's see, the owner of Soup Torosai is a elderly man, elderly in Yurkai, that has a green cap with yellow dots. He moves with determination, but not speed. He has been making soup, mushroom soup, for, let's say, 40 years. He has an apprentice named Hey Stellar, how you doing? You're on YouTube. That's a weird place for you to be. Oh, I don't have F-chat working yet. Hold on, I gotta fix that. See into the side of my... Copy... link. Oh, now you're on Twitch. Will you make up your mind? You happened to be browsing shorts and saw my thing? Really? Interesting. Well, I'm glad it's getting out there. We're going to do F-chat 1920 by 1080. Yeah. I'm glad it did. Yeah, YouTube doesn't pay me anything yet. I would love for it to pay me, but it doesn't yet. And you guys can't read this. There we go. Now you guys can read it. He has an apprentice. I need an apprentice name. I want it to be female. I don't know why. I just have a thing that I want it to be female. Is it better now? I can go bigger. Apprentice named Yokai for now. Yokai. Okay. Yokai. He has established himself as de facto leader of I'm gonna shrink it for a sec. Sorry, guys. Nokarabai. Alright, so oops. He moves. Yokai is a young Hinoken who doesn't want to be making soup for the rest of her life. She dreams of fighting plague beast and defending the world. Sadly, she is as dexterous as a mouse. Dexterous is spelled wrong. I'll fix that later. Maybe it's not. Because it's not asking me to correct the spelling. And it doesn't say it's wrong. Oh, there it goes. Now it does. Dexterous. De facto. De facto is not a word, I guess. It's going to stay that way for now. She has a... What do you call the... mushroom... Parts of a mushroom. Parts of a mushroom. They just call it the ring, huh? Okay, so it is a it's just not detecting. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Did I spell it wrong? No? Okay. So I was correct. So they just call it the ring. I was thinking this thing here. They call it the ring. I don't know why I'm wearing these things. I just realized I'm not listening to anything. Alright. She has a ring around her stem that is long and flowing. She has black eyes and a loving smile. Alright, so they do make mushroom soup. We know that. Mushroom soup is a thing. Alright. Let's save that real quick, which will allow me to create those characters. So let's scan. Yokai is a apprentice at the Soup Torsi. That is a character. And they are the employee of Soup Torsi. Alright, I don't want Ellie Lurkin. I don't need apprentice. It did not find Oh, I didn't give him a name? I could have sworn I gave him a name. I could have sworn I gave him a name. What should we call the elderly Yurkin? Enokin. I will get used to these names. They're hard. Let's call him Jutsi. Is an elderly Enokin. Alright, if I save that and scan. Go back to classic and scan. Not detecting anything. Why is it not detecting anything? We'll just do this. Owner. We'll just create him. Jutsi. Yokai should be... Oh, yokai shows up here first. Okay. Alright, let's go to Jutsi. We'll just copy this for now. And put this in here. We'll just put that right there. Owner of Soup Torsai. Something like that. Yeah, I did spell it like that. Alright, so mushroom soup. Alright, so there's two characters in the Soup Torsai. Tatsumake. I don't understand why I feel anxious to share my world building while streaming. I don't know either, Sage. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't mind sharing. If it makes people interested in the book, it's going to help even more. If it doesn't, then they know what they're getting and they don't sign up. It's one of those things where you kind of either got to accept it or don't accept it. It's up to you. Real quick, because I like to work off visuals, let's go. I need an image of a cavern that is made of stems from mushrooms, like a log cabin would use wood. The roof is a giant mushroom cap. There, I just need to get over my fear of stolen IP. Unfortunately, if you want to do open source, like me, you pretty much have to. I definitely want to do open source. That is not what I'm thinking, though it works. I kind of like it. Let's see if we can make it more Japanese style. And mind you, none of this is going to actually be in the book. This is just me using AI to develop thought processes on what things look like. Oh, the fear of stolen IP. I can't share these. Hey, Joyce Riviera. Now I'm world building. Yes, Alan Tucker. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to Moonbeam. So, however, everything I've seen in TTRPG has shown that the open licenses are boon the IP and originally product line. So, do you have a fear? Do you fear the open license and my motto? I have no sound on my iPad. Do other people have nuts? Okay, so it's just you, DM Tales, that has no sound on your iPad, so I have no fear. So I don't have any fear of stolen IP. Sage is writing a book for EZD6 And I can understand his fear because I had the same one when I started with Ironbound. But I have accepted open license, and my thought process is if it's open license, more people are going to accept it. There does seem to be a boon in IPs that accept open license. Um, oh yeah, make sure you turn the sound on the video. It defaults to muted. Um, so, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that thought process. Um, uh, very good point is what Sage is saying. Yeah. There is the mute. Got it. Okay, cool. Can you make it one cap, not multiple? Like I said, I am just using the AI for visualization to kind of try to come up with what I visualize, what it should be, so I can describe it. I want to make sure that's clear. The book Plaguebound will have no AI. Your RTMPF and this is to Moonbeam, correct? I believe that is correct. I think that worked. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I follow you, DM Tails, where you're asking. Um. All right, that's kind of cool. Not what I was thinking either. That's more of a house with a mushroom. I'm looking for them to blend more. All right. Well, we'll figure that out later. Yo, everyone! Mushroom houses look really cool, dude. They're going to be. So, are you using RTPM for? Yes, I am. I am using RTPM to go from OBS to up to Moonbeam, and Avenue Studios. I'm building an entire underground city for these mushroom people called the Inokens. They're a Japanese inspired culture, but they live underground. They build their mushrooms out of mushroom houses. And yes, mushroom houses, yes. I wish. So, the one thing I haven't figured out yet, DM Tales, is how to get Moonbeam Chat into. You know, I'm going to try to fix that now that I can see a chat. I want to see if I can do this. Bear with me here. I want to. Yeah, I would like to get Moonbeam into Social Stream. That's the only downside is I can't share what people are sharing from one to the other. All my other streams work with Social Stream, so they must be a bunch of fun guys. Ha ha ha. I should get used to that joke, and it's coming from you, Dan. That makes sense. I don't know if it's going to be able to though, because you can share a lot more with Moonbeam than you can with the other streaming platforms. You're gonna pay for EvaMax? Okay. You do cover the dad jokes the best you can. I appreciate it. Trust me, Dan, I do appreciate it. All right, back to what I was doing. All right, so right now we're creating the city of Masaru. Masaru is basically an underground city that opens up to a large cavern. The cave entrance, though, is guarded by a gate that does close, called the Fungi Gate. Uh, Probably going to rename that, but this is what we're going to do. I did sign up. I did do the Moonbeam Kickstarter, DM Tales. So I was part of that Kickstarter. Um, that being said, I got a really good deal because I was a Backerkit, and they got a deal with them to give Backerkit people a really good deal. I paid very little for something that I would have paid more for, to be honest. Um, um, all right, so let's see. So Fungi Gate. Okay, so we have Norikabai, which is the first district that you run into in this city. So you come through the gate, and then you have Norikabai. Norikabai is mainly the trading hub of the city. Um, there's a place called Soup Torosai, who has two characters with it right now: Jitsu, who is the owner, and Yokai, who is the apprentice. And then you have Tasu Market, and that's what I was working on. Tasu Market is going to be a black market of Marsara. It allows for great coverage of overworld illegal overworld items. They control most everything via bribes to the fungi gatehouse. We'll call that the good now. I just had a thought process that I need to take care of. In Masarai, let's go back here. Leadership. The city of Marsu is led by a council. No problem. Thanks for council of elders who not a problem. Thank you, Stella. Council, I can't spell today. City of council owners who each come from the 4 districts of the city. They meet at the local meet. They meet at like I guess the mush. That's really great. The underground market is literally underground. Are the mushroom folk gonna be long lived or not sure yet? I haven't decided. They're going to be right now in my mind's eye. They live about to be 90 to 100. So not super old, but not young either. Right now, my only thought process is the ones that live the longest are the so that everybody knows, because I have a lot more people watching now than I did when I began. We have um, we have several different races in Plaguebound. The first is the Enokin, which is what we're working on. We're working on a city for them. We have the humans, um, and which are basic humans. They're mine-eating basic humans. Uh, the Yorvik, which are a hunter race of these big, tall, skin, muscly bound guys and girls who wear skulls on their head of their kills. So they're very hunter oriented. We have the Craghorns, which are a natural based um, pumpkin spice flavored humans. I'm going to change that a little bit, but I haven't decided how I'm going to flavor the humans yet. So right now, yes, they're pumpkin spice flavored humans. The Craghorns, which are basically an owlbear race that you can play, they're very nature oriented. They're very associated with nature. You have the Terrax, who are mountain folk dwellers, who are lizard folk with feathers. They have the ability to pop out their feathers to glide from cliff to cliff. So their cities are built on big cliffs. Um, the Zabians, who are aquatic, amphibious creatures, they can live on both land and water, and their cities are very Roman inspired, and half of their cities are underwater usually. Um, and then you have the Z3, and this is where the question comes in. They asked me how old were they going to be? What's the longest? So the Z3, I think, are going to be my oldest race. I think they're going to be the ones that live the longest, even though they're the smallest. Um, I feel that because they're small, they should have long lives. Because smaller you are, usually the longer you live. Um, or at least species wise, especially in dogs. Um, Dogs are really where my thought process went with that. I know, not a great thing to think about. But they're a imp-like race that basically are really good for spies, saboteurs. They're tricksters. Hail us shorties. That's true. Us shorties. Um, okay, now on YouTube. Well, I can at least share your chats from there. I can't share the chats on Moonbeam yet. Who invented this kid? This was an AI generated image that I created. I want to play the cute toad dragon imps. They are cute. This is another one that we created as a reference. They don't have to be scaly. They do. Some of them do have fur. I haven't decided how or why some of them have fur, but some of them do. So that's what there. This is going to be basically like the thought process of the world. Those are the races of the world. We're going to. They basically all have a culture. I already made most of their culture decisions. So Gremlin style. Um, there is so in Plaguebound, there's a giant plague that is infesting the land, and the plague is going to have a corruption mechanic in the game, where as you get more and more plague corruption, you actually develop mutations on those corruptions. Some of these mutations will be beneficial. Some of them will be all of the mutations will have a benefit and a hindrance to them. So they're going to kind of like a feat that you can add on to your character as you get more corruption. But as you get more corruption, your pool points are going to diminish. So you're going to have less power but more abilities, if that makes sense. I think that is not a mechanic that has been fully worked out yet, but I'm working on it. It's definitely one that I am working on. That being said, so Sidium. Dan, the irony is that all people who control the fungi gate have no sense of humor. I gotta come up with a better name than fungi gate. I really do. It will. I'll figure it out. All right. So Nokabai, we need another city, another district. So let's add a district. Let's add a city district that's. Let's see. Gloomhall. No, I don't like any of those. Petsu. It's going to be the rich and powerful area of the city. So Hatsu will be the rich and powerful area of the city. Nokorabai is the market street. Let's create another district. This will be the slum district. Let's call this. What do you guys think? I need a good name for slums. Ewan? No, I don't like that. It's a city district. It's going to be like. Definitely need to be caring. You know, Gary, he's just so bland. Let's put him on gate duty. All right, Gary lives. Gary does gate duty on. What does Gary look like? Can Gary be a human in the mushroom world? Like they put him on gate duty because he's a human. You think that's what happens? You think they put him on gate duty because he's human? Yep. You got two? They didn't know where else to put the foreigner. All right, so Gary, let me create this real quick and put the slums of Macero. All right, let's put in the gate, fungi gate. Let's add edit. We have Gary, the only human in the city. He doesn't speak Inuican. So he has been placed as guard on the gate. He fell through the crevice and landed in the city and has no idea where he is and remembers being eaten by something. All right. In the roof crevice and landed in the city. He has no idea. Atsu? Uptusu? Okay. I could change that. He has no idea where he is and remembers being eaten by a monster. Alright, there's Gary. Gary's been created. We'll save that. Scan it so we can actually create Gary. What is going on with the scanning? No detection. Alright, well, we'll add Gary as a connection then. Location of Gary. Great. I also think Upstu is filth, is like filth in Japan, maybe named for the slubs. He is going to and he gets hit by everything and never dies. Dave, you don't have to take all of our session. FYI, because Wes and I are just going to keep escalating it. I don't mind. You can escalate away. That's fine. I like Gary. Gary's a good idea. Alright, so Hatsu is, no. You two. Alright, let me go ahead and rename this because I do like obtuse, however you say it. Alright. All cities. Let's see if this fixes. Okay, it fixed it. Okay. Gary, hashtag Gary lives. Alright, so all the vowels are long sounds. See, I don't know Japanese. I'm doing something really stupid. Basing them on Japanese culture. Because I know just enough to be dangerous, and that's a problem. I need to do more research, I think. Plus, I mispronounce everything in English. Never mind foreign languages. Obutsu? Obutsu? Is that how you would say it? Obutsu? That sounds about right. Okay, so there's my 4 districts. We have the Fungi Gate, Nokarabai, Hutsu, and Obutsu. Let's see. Not going to say it, DM Tales. I'm gonna screw it up. If you guys don't know, DM Tales runs a con in March. It's a small con in New Jersey. It's great. It's fun. If you're in the New Jersey area, go take a look. I cannot say the word. He makes fun of me because I cannot say the word. I do say it right occasionally, but I don't always say it right. That's true. I will give you that. It is my world. But, you know, authors don't usually get to determine how things are said. Excelicon. Look, I have a speech impediment. We work on it. It's hard, but we'll get it. Oh, what else should I do? So let's create a neighborhood in Hutsu, the rich place. Rich. I know. I know you guys do. I'll figure it out eventually. One of these days, I'll be able to say it. It's a neighborhood. Ivory Heights. I don't like that. More suggestions. Palace Estates. Let's see. What should I name? I want to let's get a couple places in Hutsu. Let's call it something estate. It's definitely an estate. Let's see what it comes up. We're distracting the Grimwood God from forging the universe. No, you're not. Silvercrest. See, the problem is most of this is English-based generation. So let's Tristo Estate. We'll call that Tristo Estate. It's a large estate that has high influence in the city. Alright, so Hutsu has the Tristo Estate. The Tristo Estate is... Alright, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. The Tristo Estate has 3... Okay, here we go. We have 3 main characters. 3 main... So we have... Yo Tritsu, who is a elderly leader of the estate who has 3 elder sons. Bit you. Ellen, and oh, that noise is annoying. Give it a sec, guys. Sorry. We need to do laundry, and unfortunately, it's in the same place as I stream. Ellen, and Larsu. Alright. Bityu Trustu is the eldest son. Yep, multitasking. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. Bitsu is the eldest son of Sun. He has the highest claim to the inheritance of the Empire. Can't type today. He is also the smallest and most intellect. How do you say, like, nerdy? Most intelligent of all the brothers. We have Ellen Trustu, or however you want to say it, who is the middle child. Intellectual or conniving, if negative. Yeah, it's more intellectual. I guess it's intellectual of all the brothers. Middle son, who only wants to party and be liked by everyone. And then you have Larsu, who is the youngest, who is experiencing freedom at the school of Marsua High University. We'll call it Masaru. I did again. I spelled it wrong. Masaru University. This allows you to set up a classic whodunit when he dies. Leader of the Trustu Empire. He's a character. He is the owner of Tritsu Estate. Ellen Tritsu was the youngest, so character. No, middle child. So he is the home. We'll just say home. Tritsu. Betyu is the eldest son in the Tritsu Empire. He is a character. He is the, I'll just put home for now. Larasu. Alright, let me see. I have this all zoomed in here. AK for him. AK for him. We'll create a new one. We'll call this Trutsu. Youngest child, son. Character. Create. Home. Connect. That I already done. We'll get rid of that. This is a place. Just create the place. It doesn't have any connection to. You know what? We'll put it in. We'll put it in here. We'll put it as Hatsu. Edit. Oh, we want connections. Connections, subregion. Subregion, Marsu University. It's going to be a subregion of the place. Alright, so Marsu City District. Hatsu has 2. Marsu University and Tritsu Estate. Tritsu Estate. If I scan that again, what does it come up with? Nothing. Good. That means all of them are now linked, though it did not seem to link them correctly, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later. I'll send a message to the creator. Alright, and then we have the university. So we have Tretsu Estate. We need another estate here. Manor Estate. Let's just create a name. It's gonna give me a... Oh! Hatsu Heights. No, I don't like that. Oh, coming up with names is the hardest part about all of this. Let's see. Let's do a Japanese name generator and see what happens. Hato. Yeah, let's do Hato Estate. Not wannabe. I don't wanna Hato. Second richest estate in Masuro. And then we need a third state, because we should have a trifolk. Neutral names. Kamad Kajai. Third richest estate. So we're gonna have like the trifactor, you know, 3 of them on top of each other. More suggestions. This is an estate. Manor Estate. Alright, so now we have all 3. So we'll leave that there. Let's change the name of this one to Estate. Just checking something, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it for today. is we've got Hatsusei, Nakabai. We've got to do Abutus, and then the Fungi Gate. We have Gary. Poor Gary. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to do it. Hope everybody is doing well. This worked out fairly well. I do need to find a way of getting the chat from Moonbeam onto... I wish there was a way I could pop out the chat on Moonbeam and use that as a reference. I don't think this will work. Let's find out before I leave. If I add other site, yeah, it wants me to add a source. Alright, well, I'll figure that out. Might be a situation where I can't right now. But I kind of hope they'll get there. Because that would be nice. But besides that, I hope you guys all have a great day. And thanks for hanging out with me and writing some stuff. And testing out this new system. Looking real good, man. Can't wait for more. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I still have a long ways to go. You know, there's a partner that you work with that I know he feels bad about this, but it'd be easier if I had a world map. Just saying. I'm just picking on him. Jacob's a great guy. He'll get me my world map, I'm sure. Alright, so you guys all have a nice day. Thank you for stopping by.